today, how to avoid common problems, and how to extend the quality of life for your cherished companions. As a community advocate, I will also discuss important social issues that affect our city. I plan to showcase organizations and heroes who are doing amazing things to help others. Remember to tune in every Tuesday morning at 10, starting soon.
KXVS, the voice of Stockton, live. The voice of Stockton at Stone Soup Studio. KXVS.
It was bad. It had nothing, no fire, no energy, no nothing. You know I have a shoulder right here, you know? And it must pop, pop, pop.
Welcome to the afternoon entertainment hour at OJ's Juice Bar, and here's today's juice.
Corbin Dallas. And you, what is your name?
Illuminale che t'arriva alla minaccia e patta se bat.
Good. That whole thing's your name, huh?
Multi boss.
This is your host, OJ, and most of you guys know me as Orlando Jose.
That's me.
You're listening to KXVS, the voice of Stockton. And welcome back to the afternoon entertainment hour at OJ's Juice Bar, and here's today's juice. Let everybody know who we got over here. Who's our special guest?
My name is Marcelis Flores, stand-up comedian, CEO and producer of MF Comedy, which we have a show coming on here soon, don't we, OJ? We got a show coming down on the Ave. That's this Thursday coming up. It is on the Ave, in the Ave, everything around the Ave. It is on Miracle Mile, where it is popping in Stockton. If you know where you from and it is rocking, then you would agree, okay? But that will be March 11th. Doors open at 7. Show starts at 8. We got a great lineup. Get ready to get an ab workout in, OJ. That's all I can say for that one.
So I would like to say, are you originally from here? Are you from another place? Are you from Stockton? Are you from out in the Bay? Let everybody know a little bit about who you are.
Well, a little bit about myself. I'm a military child, so I moved around a lot growing up. I was born in Kansas. Moved to Virginia from there and stayed there till I was about in the 7th grade, then moved to St. Louis, and St. Louis area raised me up until I was about a junior. In my junior year, I actually, funny story, I always had family in California, but for the first time of me actually living out here was junior year. I got kicked out and I got sent with my grandfather, and I stayed out on Harding and El Dorado in those white apartments right there, and I lived there and went to Stag for my junior year. And yeah, I went to Stag. I was doing comedy at that time. Senior year, moved back, went to St. Louis for a year, and then came back for another year. So when I turned 18, I came back to Stockton for a whole another year, and went back for 3 to St. Louis, and that's where I started doing comedy. I actually went back for a little while to St. Louis just for a couple months, and I didn't want to stay. I wanted to come back, but got into some trouble. MF Comedy got a little wild. I had to stay for a little while longer, and that's where I discovered comedy. And then ever since that, I've just been rocking and rolling, trying to make my way back to Cali. Here I am on the radio station talking to the OJ and making the roll. So
Man, that's a lot. So now coming back, seeing things, I don't know if you remember certain places and things here in Stockton. Has it changed for you? Does it look like it's changed? Do you see?
Yeah, there's solar panels on the schools. There's solar panels on all the schools now. That's pretty cool. So going to efficiency. I have hella family in Stockton, so everybody in that part is the same. A little bit more kids, a little bit more family. We Floreses love to reproduce and grow and have fun. So yeah, our family's just gonna continue to grow. Things are changing, and I like the way they're changing. We have a show on the Ave. MF Comedy is an MF family. We're a family as well, so we're changing and growing all together. And
so this is what I get. So what got you into doing comedy?
Oh, dude,
like television, your friends, people, they're like trying to push you. Oh, you can't do it. Oh, yes, I can. Oh, yes, I could do it.
No, bro, fuck them. My bad. Nah, bro, MF them. I am hilarious. Like, I knew this when I was in high school. I was always a class clown. And you know what? There's a skill to stand up. I had to figure that out. I learned it in my 2 years. There's a little craft and a skill to it, but other than that, like deep down, the funny is in me. The funny is with me. You know, stand up is just his own craft that you just need funniness to get. You don't even need to be funny to do stand up. You know, there's a lot who just craft and work with it, but it helps. So it's blessing me with the ability to overcome my challenges and goals and to progress and to get better in the game.
Yeah, so
born with it.
Other like I said, working with other shows with other people. How's that? You know,
it's awesome. Working with comedians who are there where you're trying to be and what you idolize and are trying to be. Working with those guys is just awesome. Coming out to California, it's a lot more of them out here because Cali is it's a route, you know, to hit. It's you have to stop here if you're traveling America, you know. So that means all the comedians. When I go out to the Bay, when I go out to SAC, you see a lot of comedians that you'll see on TV. So when you bump into those comedians and you sit and you guys exchange words, I always like to pick their brains and see what advice, a little bit of advice that they could give me that I could run with. And some people don't have any. Some people have bad. Some people, you know what I'm saying? But I always pick to see what I could collect from those and continue to grow. And
that's what I wonder, like material wise, like how do you guys come up with materials, and then, you know, what kind of crowd you would use to make them laugh?
Well, material, I use a lot of things that go through my life. Like I said, I sometimes I could read the energy and say something off the crowd and make them laugh and make them wonder, and we could be jamming and flowing with the energy. But my premeditated material, I try to write about experiences that I've been through. I try to write about, you know, things maybe that are topical. I try to write about stuff like that. I've been keeping it pretty simple lately, and as if trying to find out what my voice is, what type of writer I am. I've figured it out because I'm MF comedy. I like to go a little bit wild, but I'll take it there. And if it's a serious topic, you know, I do want to try to laugh about it because I feel like we should be able to laugh about serious topics. It brings us together, and you know what I'm saying? We laugh together, we live together. So in that case and all of that, I like to just write about how I feel and what's topical.
What other places or locations have you performed?
Man, I performed not everywhere, but it feels like everywhere to be at a young age doing this. Let's see, I started in St. Louis. I used to go, I actually stayed in Fairview Heights, O'Fallon, Illinois. And I used to go back and forth to St. Louis all the time, and I performed in a bunch of spots out there. I'm talking the Imperial Palace, one of the biggest, nicest spots. We had the Funny Bone out there, all the comedy clubs. You know, they're actually making more out there. They just made a new comedy club. Excuse me, because I don't know the name of it yet, but it is black-owned business out there. A bunch of places on the ill side. I used to work at a Hey Guys comedy club in Illinois. That's where I used to serve drinks. But I was also the host. So like I would be serving everybody their food and drinks. I would be the runner, like running all the drinks and stuff, and then boom boom, the show would start, and then it'd be like lights on. Oh, get to your spot, Marcel, let's go to the wall. And I had a spot like before the show that I would sit back there behind the curtains, and there was like a light switch, you know. And like at first, because this is kind of where I started, so I'd be a little nervous, like don't mess it up, Marcellus, don't mess it up, you know. Just sitting there next to the light switch. And I remember like the first 10 times he always complained like, you're not on time, click the light earlier, whoopty whoop. But I got together and I got pretty good at clicking that light. And you know, yeah, so that was one of my experience at Hey Guys. Out here in California, the places I'm performing at, they are all the open mics in Stockton. I mean, all the open mics in Sacramento. If you go online, there's a long list of them on the Capital Offense, comedies@capitaloffense.com. You could look up all the open mics and SAC off that. That's what I do. And I hit up SAC often for open mics to practice because it's just so close. It's like, you know, I'll get there in 35 minutes no matter how fast it takes y'all. You know, I'm jamming. You know, so I'll get there in 35 minutes and back. It's not bad. Maybe hit one couple mics. Sometimes I go out Bay Area mics. Not too much, but often. The reason I like to hit Bay Area mics is because Bay Area comedy is different. You're dealing with a lot of liberals. You're dealing with a lot of gay people. Gay people That's what I call you. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So it's, if you don't talk that language, you may not hit somebody that you may hit in Stockton that talks your lingo. So I like to go out there to challenge myself to be like, hey, okay, look, I have a gay joke because I have a gay older brother. It's basically about my gay older brother. It's like, how can I tell that to an audience full of gays and make them laugh at, you know what I'm saying? Like, so say it in a way. That's just little things I'm working on as open micing and as I grow at the craft and, you know, stuff like that. So that's why I like to go to Bay Area. They're pretty cool. Oakland, I haven't performed in Oakland yet. I want to. So if anybody's watching and booking in Oakland, hit me up. I think it's gonna be the coolest thing.
Yeah, if anybody's watching and he needs some booking in Oakland, so yeah, you could let them know where they could hit you.
Well, you could actually book me for anything, not just Oakland. If you want to book me at a prison yard, you know, hey, if it's paying money, if it's paying money, you know.
Is there any times where it gets a little harder pressure with the crowd?
Of course. But
how do you yourself calm yourself down and don't overblow it?
Don't overblow it. Hold on. Don't overblow it. Me personally, it depends. Look, you gotta look at it like this. This is how I look at it. It's my cry. Every show is not gonna be good. Yeah, I kind of don't want every show to be good. They're all special. They're all different, and they're all special. I don't want none to be. I earn it every time I'm in the crowd. And some crowds are easier. It's kind of like women. Some are easier than others, but I like to chase. You know, I like the hard crowd because when I get one, you have to work them. You have to get them to win you over. And once you won, it's butter. You know. So right. if I don't have a bad show here and there, I sometimes may think I'm a little big headed. So I like when they come around. So it's like, oh no, you still need to work. You can't, you this or that. Sometimes I have new material that I may have just wrote, like a whole set. I do this at some mics, like 5-minute mics. I write and I'll go through a whole list of new jokes, and I don't care if you don't laugh. You know, I really don't care. It's different. You have different shows. You know what you're working on, you know? If at the Avenue, right here, the show, MF Comedy on the corner, if that didn't go well, that will bother me because those are all my friends and family, you know?
Okay.
That would be a different thing. But as far as shows that I get booked for, honestly, when they don't laugh, I don't know. It's been a while since something like that has happened.
So have you ever met other celebrities, comedy people?
Yeah, I've met other celebrities.
So how's it feel to actually be like, oh my?
It doesn't feel like nothing. I mean, it used to be something that happened to me recently since I got out here. There's this one comedian that I was really into while I tried to Facebook Live. There was this one girl. She was on tour with Cat Williams, and it was the Everyday I'm Hustling. Have you ever watched Cat Williams?
I see him.
The Hustler, the one where he dressed up in the Jordans and in the suit.
He's always
Everyday I'm Hustling. He had his dog in the car, and they drove in the car, and he drove with Lodell, I believe is her name, the bald chick. And then Red, he kind of looks like you, Red, the one with dimples. And he looks like you. And then there's another girl. Her name is blank, forgot. But point is, I met her at the comedy club, and she was like, dude, I'm like, oh my gosh, you know what I'm saying? Because me growing up watching the stuff, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's her. And she's sitting here killing. Like, I went up before her. Like, that was one of those shows. It was like, I ain't do well, like some new stuff, and I just didn't do well. But anyway, she went up and she killed just the whole time, and it was just like, wow. And then I was like, okay, let me go talk to her. And I went to talk to her, and she was not cool. She was like rushing, trying to, you know. And I feel it, but that was the first and the last time I'm gonna act starstruck, you know, or something like that, because you know, I'm just gonna focus on me and work to where I have to be. But if I met somebody cool and they were like, oh yeah, and they gave me advice and all that.
Yeah, that's why I always wonder, like, stuff like that, if they give you advice. If they watched your show,
you know what,
and they gave you like, I like your show. Yeah,
I haven't nobody recently like that. Nobody recently. And maybe I was thinking maybe she didn't talk to me because I ain't do so well too. Because if I would have killed on my, you know what I'm saying, that whole 5 minutes, maybe she would have been like, oh yeah, you had a great set. But then again, I had a feeling that she was one of those people that was just one of those comics who, just doing her job, going about the ropes, trying to get up out of there. So you respect that too. Get your money, get out there. Some people don't like all that in your face stuff. Me personally, if you, I'm just the type of person, I've never had a mass amount of people come and ask me for advice after a show, but if somebody did, I'm the type of person who's going to try to reach and talk to you, especially on a night like that. She wasn't even like, everybody wasn't even all up on her, it was like a personal, like, hey, how you like, we spoke for a little while. It was just like an uninterested thing. But I have a lot of comedians in this area, local comics, who take and who will grab and who will help and who will be like, hey, Marcelis, I see you're doing this. Try this, Hey, okay, yeah, in that joke, try that. You know what I'm saying? They're the real MVPs. Jay Rich, the one who is on my show on the app, he's the headliner. Real MVP. Wendy, she does an open mic in Sacramento Friday nights at the Vince's Cafe out west and Sac, and she is my feature act. Wendy, Jay Rich, people, just older people who've been in the game like that, who you see all the time because y'all on the scene together. So at all the open mics, it's like we see each other. You just can't ignore me. You know what I'm saying? That's something different, because in comedy we have a scene. I don't know if rappers have. Well, rappers definitely have a scene. But they have closets, they rap in the closet or stuff like that. We really can't do stuff like that. So to work on our craft, we have to go out. We have to own it. So every time going out, we kind of see each other. So we're kind of in a sense, after doing this so long with each other, you grow like a comedy family, like anything, and yeah, we're all growing together, and we all like to bounce ideas and put each other in the shows and talk stuff, and do everything, smoke lots of marijuana, do everything comics do, man. Well, for real, and I'm enjoying it. And every time, like, there's this younger cat, he's also on my show, Marcus, and dude is like 19, and that's when I started doing comedy, and he's hilarious. Like, you could tell he's got it. Like, you just tell he's got it, but he just started, and he's 19. He reminds me of me, so I was like, yeah, be on my, you know what I'm saying? Be on my show. Let me give you advice, like, if you got a question. You know what I'm saying? Be there for another starter comic, just as if, somebody was there for me, and just keep it going. That's all I know. That's all I know in comedy. There's other comedians, who don't operate like that, but that's all I know. Help others, be helped. You mess with me, I mess with you. Stuff like that.
Yeah, I was like, I wonder, like, when I went to the show, when I saw you guys performed and all that, and at the Cactus, and I seen other people doing their jokes, and you get sometimes people yelling and screaming at you as you're trying to do your set, and I was just dying because people were just clowning back at that lady, and I was like, you guys' lines were hecka funny. Yeah, they were calling her Cruella. They were calling her Miss Dolly Parton.
They did.
That London guy was like, "Are you coming up here singing 9 to 5? All right, then let me do my show. Let me do my show." But yeah, but it was pretty wild though.
Yeah, I mean, stuff like that. That lady, she's just gonna have to, while I find somewhere to sit this Facebook Live on, stuff like that. That lady, she's just. That's gonna happen when you do that, when you come to a comedy show and test the comics. Yeah, sure, lady, you might win on a few of us. It happens, you might catch me really high one day at a show, and I might let it pass. But ma'am, if you do that to all 10 comics at an open mic, you're bound to find one with some skills and who's probably already been watching you. And this is the lady who looked like, was it the night when I told her she looked like the lady from the Dalmatian lady?
Yeah.
I got her. See, you bounced it into me on a good night, and you got. I had to get her a couple of times, man. I had a couple of times. I just let the host, after that, the whole set was about her. It's just like, ma'am, and then I pulled it up. I did a callback. I was like, ma'am, give the puppies back. Some I don't know. The crowd liked it. I don't even remember how I did it.
I was just laughing when you guys were asking, you like live comedy? Like, no, you don't. You've been here since 1985.
She likes dead comedy. I'm playing.
She looked so old and crazy.
Yeah, she was. She was old and crazy. But you know what? I know to be nice to those people because they're usually the owners.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's a fact.
Like sometimes when I see some of you guys like pick and choose who you guys want to crack off at, and it was funny. Like most of them, like they're just talking about. Well, it goes. Like one guy just comes out of the back. He goes, this background of this.
Can you help me out? He comes out the back in the background.
Like he was like talking about, this looks like where like a bad guy comes out the back. You guys shooting like old western kind of a thing. Yeah, it was just like an old western background because he goes, like a video game looks like Gunman. He goes, yeah, it looks like you come out shoot out in the bag. I start laughing because everybody's like, it does look like a video game. And then he goes, I wonder if there's ghosts in here. It looks like crazy.
There are. That place is haunted. The Cactus Bar in Woodbridge. Every Wednesday we are there and putting it down as a comedy competition. You'll see me there personally every Wednesday, and it is haunted. It is. It is. It is, man. One time I was doing a set and somebody was tugging me, and I was like, dude, this place is haunted. I ain't say nothing because when I'm on set, I'm super professional, but something was weird, pretty weird about that place.
Well, the layout of where they had you guys up, it was kind of weird for me because you guys are high.
Yeah.
You guys were high up like a balcony.
Unique. It's definitely a unique thing to see. When you go there, just be ready. Just make sure you don't have neck issues because you'll be looking up. You'll be looking up the whole time. Like, make sure if you got double chins, make sure nobody catches you on Facebook looking up because it's all out. It's just everything.
So my question is for you, like, for people that want to go in that profession, what would be your advice to people that are starting to begin now?
Well, I would just say just start, get out there. Just start grinding because it's a grind. It's when I was 19 and I started doing stand-up comedy, I thought I would be famous real quick. I thought I would have been blown past this stage. What am I doing here? No, but I realized it's a grind. It's a hustle. There takes discipline. I'm actually growing into a nice young man as well as a nice young man to watch on stage. I'm owning it, so just hit the stage. That's all I can say. Just hit the stages. Hit the stages. Keep working.
So, like, for them to, like, check you out, you got, like, a Facebook, an Instagram, a Twitter, whatever. Let everybody know. Everybody know.
On Facebook, it's gonna be my name, Marcelis Flores. That's Marcelis Flores. And on Instagram, it's going to be Marcelis with 3 underscores at the end. So you're going to do Marcelis ____. And for Snapchat, I got lucky, guys. Like, I'm the only dude I know who has this on Snapchat. It's just my name. Just my name. First name, Marcelis. Marcelis. I just got my iPhone back, so I'm snap happy.
Snap happy.
I'm snap happy, man. I got an iPhone back. Let me tell you the story about the iPhone. I have time for story? Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. I had the iPhone, right? And I broke it. Boom. And I came to Cali, and they have little government phones you can get. So I hopped on that instantly until I could get my iPhone back. So I hopped on that instantly, and I recently just got the iPhone back. Came up. You take a loss, and you got to come back. So I'm back on top. For social media right now. I'm getting pictures, everything, my shows, all that. All this is being recorded. And I go out 2 nights ago. This is crazy too. I go out 2 nights ago and I'm at the Hideout. And it is popping. Like, I could barely walk in that. Like, I should have knew statistically that many people in that building.
I've been there. I get stuck.
Something's bound to go down, I should have knew because later, I'm outside snapping away, and all I hear is like little gunshots. Pow, pow, pow. Broke my phone. I was pushing my cousin out the way, and I saved his life. Broke my phone. I was like, yeah, for your life, cuz, it's nothing. For a phone, any day. I even scraped my thumb a little bit, but I was like, for you, cuz, that's pish, posh, poo. But then next day, woke up, had to go, a little hungover, had to go buy me a new phone. I paid $100 for the screen, and I even got the glass protector. I'm not going. I even got me a new case on it. I'm not going. So that's what I'm here with today that you're holding. So go ahead. You can drop it. It's not going to break. I guarantee you that. It's not going to break again.
That's why you're snap happy.
Yeah, I was snap happy. I was snap happy, man. But I need to invest in the phone so people could follow me and see what I'm doing. Because when you don't, I could tell people think you're dead. You know, they do. They don't know what you're doing.
So when I see you make people laugh, you connect with people with materials that you come on.
Yeah, I do. One of my most favorite things to do in the crowd is like, I have premeditated stuff I want to say, sure, great, but my favorite thing is to mix that and intertwine it with other things that I see and what's happening in the crowd. Because like I said, I will have some same jokes. I mean, you may not see them because I rotate them out on y'all so well and try to, but for my family, he sees me every time. I will have stuff like that, maybe, sure, but how I weave it and intertwine in each different show. Like, dude, every show is different. No show is the same. Every show I do, no matter even if I want to use the same material, would be the same because you guys are different. You're feeling different every day. I have to tap into how you're feeling first. You know, I have to see where everybody's at. How you doing? I have to see. Sometimes it's tight. It's like, I can feel the tension and cut it with a knife. You know. Sometimes I can feel the tension and have to cut it with a knife. That's where I got to put my big boy pants on and be like, hey, what's going on? And somebody who's real tense may even chuckle at that. And then I might just take them out. After that, just bow, boom, bing, bam, punch, line, hit her, quit. That's how I deal it in my head. That's how I see it in my head.
Yeah, I go because when you go to these like certain crowds, like you don't know if it's a tough crowd. You don't know if they tired of hearing this or tired of hearing that, but you'll get them to laugh. You're filtering them out with jokes, and you'll see who laughs or not. Yeah,
that's what it is. It's a filter, one big filter. I can see where you want to go. I can see if you like into that dirty stuff. I can see if you have. I really don't talk about kids, but I can talk about your bad kids. And you know what I'm saying? I can see what you're wanting to talk about, and just keep throwing stuff out into one hits, and then I might run down the that alley with it and take that direction. Sometimes I'm searching for a while before it gets to go and rolling. You know, sometimes they you know don't smoke with it. Sometimes they're just really different from me, and those are the crowds I want to get to more and touch and just be like, hey, it's okay, MF comedy, laugh, stop being so tense. So you know,
yeah, like sometimes I'll be like, I would think it'd be tough to do, like, just seeing, like, if you get a laugh, you get some people crying, you get people trying to come at you at the end of the show thinking that was an awesome set you did.
Yeah, we I don't get
how is that, like, so, like, like stuff like that, like when you do an awesome set, do you get people wanting to connect with you, or maybe either other comedy act people?
Yeah, every show I love the network. I got to. But if I perform, I'm also seeing who's out there. Everybody who wants to be connected with, people who tell me, hey, good job, this, that. I'm always like to see what people are up to and what they're doing, because a lot of times, like you were at I met you at the show. So a lot of times it's stuff like that. You got to pounce on the opportunities you receive. Do you? Hey, yeah, so it is always good. Sometimes, even if I don't have stuff to work on, I'll go out because, in California, when you go to these mics, in California, you're going to meet somebody somewhere. You guys, everybody's looking to do different things, different projects. I have to go to open mics to see who I want on my shows. I really don't pick anybody to be on my show if I haven't seen them, because I feel like that's risky. I mean, you can send me a great tape, but anybody can have a great tape, I can make a great tape in front of all my best friends and family, but I kind of want to see what kind of character you have in yourself. Well, you know what I'm saying? See what kind of comic you are before I post yours. Sometimes I don't know. You put me on your show, I'll put you on my show. I'm simple. That's what I was wondering, like, it's business. Sometimes you got, you can bring how many people? Come on in. That's always nice. A lot of times when you're a starter comic, you're gonna get most of your time from bringing people. That's why it's always good to have that. Lots of friends and family. Unfortunately, when I started my first 2 years in St. Louis, I couldn't bring nobody to no shows, friends, stuff like that. But But now out in Stockton, I have so much family out here that if I wanted to throw a show, I could have a show with
I just
all
always
my
figured out,
family.
like,
Will.
you know, you got like different kind of crowds. Like, it's tough because, like you say, you went to different other cities. Some might like it, some might not. And then you'll note that to yourself, what they like and don't like. Oh, don't bring that up again.
Yeah.
Oh, his.
Yeah. Oh no, no. I had said something about breast cancer once. I was like, yeah, no, don't use that. Yeah, they don't like that. Oh no.
So it's your learning experience as you go along.
Well, it's every day is a growth, you know. Every day is a grind, and I just being young, and there's a lot of distractions when you're young and handsome. This is my ego talking. But look, it's a lot of distractions, and I'm just trying to stay undistracted. You know what I'm saying? It's trying to stay focused. Okay, yeah, I could do this. Yeah, we could go ahead, go out here, you know, have a good time here. But at the end of the day, I need to get this, that, and this done, you know? So when it comes to MF comedy, or on the side, if you guys are interested, I have my own lawn care as well. I mow out on the West End. Hit me up on that too. You can just slide into my DMs on that. I do lawn services as well on the side. So I just try to keep everything tight and prioritize, and as I go, just keep doing what I'm doing. Keep learning, keep being hungry, because you're gonna fail. I figured that, you know. And all these things that I'm trying to do this, trying to have this show, trying to get into this event, there are a lot of things. I'll set up for 20 things and maybe 10 of them go through, you know. So I'm okay with failing, but I'm just trying to, okay, what can I do to correct it and hop on it, you know. A lot of this stuff is a lot of the things we could do is on us, because if we're procrastinators and not staying on our craft or whatever you're doing, you know, a lot of your time could be wasted. So every day I just try to get the most out of my days, and yeah, every day has to be something productive. I also work out. If you know, if I don't want to do comedy, I'm sick of comedy, and I just really need a day off of that stuff, I'm working out. You know, every day is something productive in the area of my life.
That's why I was like, one, like, is it riches? Do you have time off? Do you have a break?
Yeah.
Do you work on you for do you take a do you do you for a minute, for a day or two to recuperate?
Yeah,
because I think once you're like you said, you're handsome, then the girls start buying you drinks and all at the end.
Nah, I don't let them buy me drinks or nothing. You know, I'm handsome, but I have you know, I think man, these girls out here trying to poke holes in rubbers just so they could get your money that you don't even have yet. They get my money I don't even have yet. You know, they do. This is Stockton, man. I gotta stay smart. Like I said, the distractions. Just keep doing what I'm doing. Hang around loved ones. You won't see me out with hooligans, thugs. Nah. Yeah, you will, but that's my family. You know, you won't see me out here messing around and doing this, that, and you know what I'm saying, doing all the wrong things. No, I'm really, I do play. You'll see me play a lot, but I'm super focused on all this fun games, laughing. People underestimate. I truly believe some people may not take me seriously, but I'm super focused. That's why I'm here right now. You know, I'm super focused right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like say like the people just like call you out of the blue, or how you become a headliner. How you
work for it. You work for it. Everything in life, I believe, is not given. It's something you have to work for. Headliner is a position where you're going to do 45 minutes on stage, so you have to have 45 minutes of strong material. By strong, I mean like worked out, planned out, and also you have to be comfortable on stage. You have to, being a headliner is not only you have the time, but you have the like your season. You know, I personally have only I haven't headlined. I haven't got booked to headline yet. I've just this year, January, transitioned into a feature act where I could do a mean 30, 25. I've been doing that every month at the up at the Whiskey, and I'm not featuring on my own show, but I'll do a good 30 minutes up there at the Ave on Thursday. Shout out to Chipotle, just because, you know, that was their kitchen manager at 3.5 years. That was on my Facebook real quick. I just had to shout them out. But yeah, it takes time and hard work. So me getting to by the end of the year, I'm not somebody who just wants to jump somebody. When I get to headlining, I want to have by the end of the year a good like 2 headline. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Be able to do good 2 different headlining shows. So by the end of the year, that's what I want to have accomplished, and then all next year, hopefully, I just want to get booked on headliner stuff. Just get, and then once I'm doing that, it's gonna take me to a level to where I could travel and tour more. I could do it with the featuring, but we got MF Comedy on the Ave right now, which needs us. It needs us here. It needs us here.
Come on, everybody, you gotta laugh with him. So, like, say you got the material, you know where you're going, and then you got the name. Everybody knows you. Everybody knows your name, your face, and like what would be like the biggest place you would like to perform and like fill out the whole place, either in Stockton or at a state or at a city or whatever. What place would you what venue venue would you like to
That's a good question. That's a great question. I don't think I've ever like stopped. I mean, I know there's things like that Kevin Hart's doing that he's done, and after he's done them, he's like, oh, I did this, the first comedian to perform in a football stadium. Oh, I did that. That's done. But like I would like to do those things. It'd seem real intense, but I'd love to do those if I'm in such high demand. I mean, that would be the next goal because he knocked it out. I mean, he set it up for me to do. I guess already. He's setting it up for us to, that's how it works. So I guess it's there out in the open. So yeah, now I haven't thought about it, but now I think about it, yeah, football stadium. Let's go. If I have to be specific, I'm a Chiefs fan, so I would love to fill a stadium. Yeah, I would love to fill a stadium. And you know what? I believe when he did it, he knocked off half and then like did the show facing that direction. I don't know how he did it, but I would love to fill a stadium. Okay, so you'd have the stadium and then you'd have the floor. I would want the stage in the middle and then me doing the show 360 like that. Fill a stadium like that, me doing the show 360, boom. I set the new bar and we're going to go ahead and retire off that one. I'm playing. No, I do it again and again until it can't.
What is your
run it up?
Your greatest moments
in comedy?
Yeah. Like maybe what was your first gig?
You know what?
The first time.
None of my greatest moments was at the beginning of comedy. None of them were at the beginning of comedy. My greatest moments keep popping off. Like this is
honest.
No, yeah. My greatest moments keep continuing to occur. Like like I have this show coming up on the Ave May 11th. It's a Thursday night. Show starts at 8. That's huge.
Is there anybody else on that with you?
Yeah,
or is it just
like
you?
I said, Jay Rich. Oh yeah, man. Let me get off everybody I'm talking about. Let me get on Facebook so I get all their information as well. My Facebook is stripping. Do y'all have oh, never mind. I got to get it together. Anyways, Jay Rich is my headliner, man. He's an Oakland comic. He does shows out there. I don't know them specifically. Look right here. As I just go into my Facebook, I just see him right there. He does shows out in Oakland and he holds it down. Hilarious dude. Hey, follow him on Facebook. It's JAY space Rich RICH, and then my feature is Wendy. She's hilarious, man. She's the host of open mic every Friday, which being the host every Friday night especially takes discipline because your Friday nights aren't there. So I know this girl is everything comedy because she does a Friday night.
I always wonder about stuff like that. What is a good night to do your shows?
And follow Wendy.
You know how people work on their days.
Yeah, follow Wendy on Facebook at Wendy Lewis, Wendy M. Lewis. And then the answer to that question is a good day to do comedy. It's different everywhere. So first you gotta scope out who else is doing a comedy show. Because if you're having a big, like say the Ave right here, this is gonna be pretty big because friends and family is gonna pack it out. So it would be pretty dumb to have a show on my night, because, it's possible they could both do well because they do. Sunday night, there was a show at Chavita's in Stockton, or Chichita, the place on the river. And
Chitivas,
yeah. Yep. And then we had ours at the Whiskey Barrel.
Whiskey, baby.
You could do it. It's been done. It's done all the time. But would I suggest it? No. I would say great. You want your like eventually you want to have something Friday, Saturday night. At the comedy club, that's ideal. But for bars and stuff, it could vary. For bars, it's different. But at a comedy club, you want Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday night. You know, you want Monday through Friday, but your big nights are going to be your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday shows. Or maybe it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Some say like that. They're interchangeable.
So how many people are going to be with you? Yeah.
We're about to go live right now. We got what are you talking about? How many people with me?
Gonna perform with you? Or there how many?
Oh, we have 3. We got 3 guest spots. I have no, we have 4 actually. My boy Joseph Lopez, he's a Stockton native, or he's a 209 native, he says. He's gonna be in it. He's not on the flyer, but I put him in, man. I had to. He asked me. I'm a big believer in closed mouths don't get fed. So I put him on, man. He's jamming with us. We got Marcus, my guy from he's also from 209, the Modesto comic. Marcus Prevail, I think something like that. Follow him. Everybody look up the flyer, man. Follow all these dudes I'm talking about. He's gonna get down. He's the beginner I was talking about earlier. 19 years old doing this. You know, that's when I started. And then the last one. Let's see. The last one we got Wendy. Oh, and then we got my guy Reggie Raymond. Yeah, look out for him, Reggie. He's doing stuff out here coming up.
So last minute stuff. What would be your message to the people out there in Stockton?
Message to the people out in Stockton would definitely be just come to the show March 11th. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Do what you do in life. You know, if you smoke, that's fine. You know, you do what you do. Do what you do in this life. Live your life, you know what I'm saying? But make sure you at this event, you know? You know what I'm saying? You
check him all out on his social media and stuff.
But check out the show March 11th. It's a Thursday night. Hit me up on Facebook, y'all, and I could get you on the guest list. But it has to be through Facebook. And check it out. Like I said, May 11th. That is this Thursday. Doors open at 7. Show starts at 8. We got, be ready to get that ab workout in because I'm not letting up. I'm not.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Lon Jose. And
I'm just not.
He be making me laugh. And, you know,
not.
We're signing off.
We're not letting up.
We're signing off.
May 11th. Let's get it.
Let it go. Let it rip.
Sir, are you classified as human? Negative. I am a meat popsicle. Hello?
Corbin, sweetheart. You got broken fingers, you can't punch my number?
Hi, Mom.
17 messages.
Welcome to the afternoon entertainment hour at OJ's Juice Bar, and here's today's juice.
Oh, I get it. You want to make your only mother beg, is that it?
No, I don't want to make you beg. All I want is an explanation. Look, I just got in. I just smashed my cab. I lost my job. I got mugged. Besides that, everything's peachy. I didn't come here to play poonball on the radio.
This is your host, OJ, and most of you guys know me as Orlando Jose.
That's me.
You're listening to KXVS, the voice of Stockton.
KXVS, the voice of Stockton.